All right, welcome to another edition of the Tar Heel Illustrated recruiting podcast. This time it's basketball recruiting, and it's not just another episode. This time we have the newest North Carolina Tar Heel, Dunn, who committed Wednesday. What would be yesterday? We're doing this on Thursday night. And DeMarco, congratulations. And you are, like we said, the newest member of the North Carolina Tar Heel basketball program and the most recent recruit. How does that make you feel?
Excited. I got a lot of love.
If I would have told you back when you were a freshman in high school, go back that far and say, hey, you're not only going to get recruited by North Carolina, you're going to get offered, but you're also going to be that's where you're going to play. You're going to be a North Carolina Tar Heel. What would you have thought?
I probably would have said, let's make it happen.
It sounds like you're pretty confident in it. So that's not something at a young age that would have blown your mind. I mean, have you always felt like you've had that in you?
Yeah, I mean, I set out for it. I always, going into high school, stuff like that, I felt like I had the potential to do it. It just mattered of putting in the work and getting there, honestly.
When did it really hit you that you knew that you were that good? That, hey, I am worthy of not only am I starting to get high major offers, but I'm getting blue blood offers. When did that really hit you?
Probably over the break, honestly. I mean, before that, I didn't really get those offers. I always worked for them, but it just wasn't happening the way I planned it out until obviously I made that change here and came to the hoop state. So,
right now, let's go first of all to your recruitment by North Carolina, and then we'll start out with the decision. When did you start to really feel like, hey, North Carolina that's the place where I'm going to be? When did that really start to hit you?
I'll probably say a couple weeks ago, honestly. Before then, I was just trying to take in, my recruit was still open, so I was still open to other schools and still open to other programs in their systems. But, after I dropped the top 7, I was like, okay, well, I have my schools here. And I don't know, that was maybe like a month or so ago. So I really started digging in those schools and those systems, and it became very evident that, the way I play and those things, I was like, Carolina is where I want to be.
Okay. What was it that sold you? What were the big factors that impacted that decision?
Play style, honestly. I think the way, Coach Williams likes to get up and down. I think the way that, people who can shoot and score well have succeeded in the past in his systems, and it was very evident. So,
right now, we talked about a month ago, 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago, and in that interview, you said it when I asked you what are the things you're going to look for. You said, and your quote was, teams that are just going to let it flow. And teams that were going to get up and down and run. I asked you about the North Carolina style, and you said they did that and you liked it. When a lot of recruits, you ask them what the factors are, they give a lot of generic answers or across-the-board answers, But that was something that there was no bluff in it whatsoever. I mean, that playing style is something that you're really serious about, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Kind of elaborate on that of just how much you like the up and down style that North Carolina plays.
I think it flows really well. I don't think it stays in one spot. I think they move the ball, have a lot of off-ball screens, which is good for off-ball scores. I think if you can put the ball in the bucket, then you have a chance to be real good in that system. So,
right now, are you looking at? Do you think? On the ball, off the ball. I think I saw where you said, that you were maybe really looking forward to playing some point guard. How has North Carolina sold you? What is the role that they told you that you would be playing, and what do you expect?
Mainly the two, but really they want to see me as a combo guard. handling both. They like to play positionless basketball, as they told me.
Right.
They're really just a guard in general. If I get the ball, I'm pushing under break, swing. That's how I like to do things. It doesn't really matter who brings it up, as you saw like last year with Leaky Black. Even him, he has a great size, and he was bringing it up. So just a guard in general.
Right. Do you feel like, too, in today's game, you talked about positionless, that, the point guard, the shooting guard, once you make that first pass, maybe go into this, what your philosophy is, that there's really not a big difference, that a lot of times you get inside 10 seconds on the shot clock, that shooting guard's the one got the ball in his hands, and he's either getting the isolation or the ball screen, and they create from there. So just talk about your ability to do that, and you think you do that from each position.
Oh, yeah, I think the way they have it set up, like I said, it doesn't really matter who brings it up. It's swing basketball. Whoever gets the open shot gets the open shot. If it's coming down, the ball's in my hands, I'm definitely going to put it up, try to get a good shot for us. But I have other great players at North Carolina too that can do that as well, can push the ball well. There's just other recruit players like me and great players. So it's a great system.
What are the things that you bring to North Carolina on just what you do well?
Definitely shooting. I think that's my greatest strength. I think that's why schools recruit me, for my ability to shoot the ball well. A lot of off-ball scoring, but I can be a facilitator too as well.
Right.
On top of that,
now, on your shooting, are you going to be looking? You think they looked at more outside shooting or mid-range or getting? We hear 3-level score. What would you consider yourself in that range?
Definitely 3-level score. But I shoot the ball well. I think I shot a pretty good percentage last year, and that opened up some eyes. So I think 3-point shooting is the most intriguing factor about my game. So.
Right. How comfortable are you out right now as far as range goes? How far out do you feel good shooting?
I can shoot it from 3-point range pretty easily. NBA range pretty easily. So,
right. Now,
I guess I really think about it.
Go ahead.
No, I guess I really think about it.
Okay. Now, you talked about versatility, but that goes on the defensive end too. I've always heard you are the position that you can guard. So, obviously a lot of switching now in today's game of all the ball screen action. Just what do you bring defensively? What spots do you feel like you can guard on a college level?
I think I guard 1 through 3. Compete on both ends. I think great size to guard 1 through 3. As I mature, I think I have a great frame right now. As I put on some more muscle, it's going to be even easier to guard 1 through 3. So I think that would be ideal for me defensively.
What's your height and weight right now?
6'5", 175.
Oh, so you're all the way up to 6'5". So a year ago you were what, 6'3"?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you been to any doctors or anything to maybe measure growth plates to tell you how tall they think you could be?
No, I have no idea. I know Coach Stack said I grew a little bit. Now maybe like 6'5" with shoes. I'm not gonna.
Well, you play with shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. But, Coach Stack said I grew a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't think I did like my growth plates or anything like that.
Okay. What about height in your family? Are there a lot of really tall people in your family? And if so, how tall are they?
Yeah, I think my grandpa was like 6'7". Everybody on my mom's side is real tall. And my dad's side. The funny thing is that my dad is the only short one. He's like 5'9". My mom was like 5'8". So, they're smaller. Everybody else pretty tall.
When you go to family reunions at 6'5", you're not going to be looking down at everybody, it doesn't sound like.
Yeah. A lot of my cousins taller than me.
Yeah. Well, what about weight-wise? What would you like to get to when you get on campus? How many more pounds of muscle would you like to put on?
When I say 175, a lot of people sound like surprised. And 175, because that's an all right weight. So maybe 190, if I can get to, really focus on it and get to 190 even before school, then I can put even more healthy weight on then and, be a great size.
you talked about healthy weight. How did North Carolina sell and what you've got to see as far as strength and conditioning program, the training table? That's a huge issue. Just what do you know about that?
From what I heard, they have a great strength program. It's evident that players have gotten a lot bigger since they been there, and rightfully so. I mean, they're a great college. The players have to train that way. So,
do they give you a training program now that you're going to go there on how they want you to work out and eat and all those things, or do they pretty well leave that up to you in the high school and like that?
Yeah, that's really up to me. I really haven't heard anything, honestly.
Right. And what about player development? I know that's always a huge issue. That players are good enough to go to North Carolina. Obviously, they're thinking about playing professionally, and North Carolina and Roy Williams have a strong track record. What do you think about their ability to get players ready?
I think they do a great job. They have a lot of players that have been there multiple years and then go pro because they had to get their feet wet, so to speak, and so the guys progress. But a lot of it at that level is you getting in the gym on your own too as well, and putting the extra time in. You find the extra time in yourself, so it's going to be a lot of game film and me getting in the gym on my own. So.
Do the coaches, when they talk to you now that they know you're going to be in a program, are they going to say, hey, we want to see you get better on this, and this, you need to work on this, or is that something that they don't address with you?
No, they haven't yet. I'm sure they will. But a lot of it, I do game film myself and me and my high school coach Stack. We watch film and on them and my friend from this past season and even these last couple tournaments. So a lot of it we doing our own. So, what
is the best piece of advice that Roy Williams or one of the coaches, Coach Robinson or whoever, has given you throughout the process?
Probably trust yourself, honestly. I think I'm a very analytical person. I try to get deep down and at the end of the day, it was just about trusting them and trusting myself to make the right decision. And they talked to me about it. They, and they talked to my mom and, they instilled that in us. So.
What's the funniest thing they said?
Coach Williams is a jokester, honestly. He gave me a bunch of stories, even about his past recruits. We talking about one recruit who said he wanted to get him there, he had to get him a pizza or something like that. Something about food. He was a jokester, but.
Well, that's a pretty good deal. I'd probably play at North Carolina for a pizza,
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I've heard this from parents and families who are really tight-knit families, and I know you and your mom are close, that Coach Williams is just tremendous when it's really dealing with families, that when he has a Zoom call, he wants to talk to everybody, just not, the player, but everybody. Just kind of tell me how comfortable he made you guys feel in that, in that family environment.
He made us feel real comfortable. If I'm being honest, I think he was my mom's favorite coach. I couldn't really take that too much into a recruiter because I was trying to make an informed decision, but he makes us real comfortable. He treats me all his players like his sons, and he made that very known. And just the way he acts, my mom loved it. He seemed very straight up. So I loved it.
Right now, from here on out, what are the things that you're going to be working on to improve and get ready for college?
A combination of things. Number one, I'll probably say my body. Just getting more ready for the college level. I know that's going to be an adjustment. Probably be a good adjustment. Range. Just being even more comfortable extending my range. Ball handling. At the next level and beyond that. Pick and rolls, and as a guard, you have to be able to come up there reads and be able to read the third and fourth man. So a combination of things.
And what kind of help and tell me the help and influence of George Stackhouse? I know he's really a revered coach and does a tremendous job and has had a lot of experience. Just how has he helped you?
He's helped me tremendously. I think he doesn't try to make it biased either. He has his cousin is Coach Stackhouse at Vanderbilt, and he didn't try to make any influence stuff like that. He tried to make it very informative. We watched a lot of game film. Looked at the rosters and past draft picks, and we just made that the best situation for me.
And one last thing, what are your goals for your career at North Carolina?
Number one, to a national championship. I think that's the biggest expectation out of all the players. I want to be all ACC. I just want to be the best player I can, and go to the level beyond that, NBA. So
let me ask you this, and I said that was the last one, but something I can't let go of what you said right there. I've made this statement sometimes that other coaches now at elite programs, they really sell, the NBA and, and that's the thing that will get you ready for the league. And they may not even talk about national championships or winning championships, but I just can't see Roy Williams letting that slide. How important during that did he make it to you that, you come here, you win championships?
Honestly, I don't think he talked about the NBA very much. I think he was more focused on the national championship. And if you work hard, I'm going to work harder. And if you do that, you'll be successful. And then the NBA is guaranteed, basically. Probably anything happens and stuff like that. Even Coach Robinson, I think you just think about being the best player you can. And if you work hard, and success will be followed.
So what do you have to say to North Carolina fans out there?
All right, get ready. We're going to bring some firepower.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you being on, and we're excited for you, and we're excited to have you. This is the first one I've hosted, and obviously the first North Carolina player that I've got to host on here. So we're all happy around here, but we're happy for you, and we wish you the best of luck, and you've always been great talking to us and getting with us, being available, and we appreciate you very much, and you're going to be an easy guy to pull for.
No doubt.
All right. Thanks, DeMarco. And there you have it, DeMarco Dunn, the newest North Carolina Tar Heel. He committed on Wednesday. He will join Dontrez Styles for a pair of top 100 players from the state of North Carolina, and a very promising future. So thank you for joining us. And as always, if you want to keep up with Carolina basketball and recruiting, Tar Heel Illustrated is the place to be. Thanks again for being here.